Hello, this is B.V. Ramana teacher in English. In this video, I would like to share with you the topic cut use of articles in case of singular common nouns. Here are the some of the rules that guide us. Here is the rule number 1. If a blank is there before a noun in predicate part, it takes a or an. Here, A or an shows three different things. One is it may show professions, or it may show an unidentified person or thing, or it may be the case that if a noun mentioned for the first time. Look at this example. He is a doctor. Here, a doctor means an unidentified doctor. Once there lived a king. Here, this king is an unidentified king, and this noun is mentioned for the first time. I bought a pen yesterday. Here, a pen means an unidentified pen. That means either that listener or the reader doesn't know which pen it is referred to. I can drive a car. Here, a car means any car. That means an unidentified car. Here, the listener or the reader does not know which car it is. Here, he is a driver. Here, it is a profession. So, in predicate part, if we use a or an before a blank, in the blank before a noun, it may show a profession or an unidentified person or a thing, or it may be the case where a noun is mentioned for the first time. So the first rule says that if a blank is seen before a noun in predicate part, we have to write a or an. Now, rule number 2. If there is only one person or one thing in a particular situation, we use the. Look at the examples. I meet the principal once a week. Why you have written the principal? Because there is only one principal in a particular college. So we can write the here. And like that, my mother cooks in the kitchen. Here there is only one kitchen will be there. So we have to write the here. He collects flowers from the garden. In the house, there may be only one garden. So we have written the here. I got into the school bus and talked to the driver. Here in the school bus, there is only one driver will be there. So we have written the here. So when there is only one person or one thing is there in a particular situation, then we have to write and then we have to use the. Next, rule number 3. Sometimes we would like to make generalizations, and these generalizations can be taken from the viewpoint of the whole class or from a single unit. When we want to make a generalization, when we do the generalizations from the viewpoint of the whole class, then we use the. When we generalize from an individual unit or from the meaning of a single unit, then we write as or an. That means in the subject part, when we want to make generalizations or when we express the truths from the whole class point of view, we use the. When we generalize the things from a single unit point of view, we write a or n. Let us explain this point with an example. The cow is a domestic animal. Here, when we write the, it shows that we have generalized the things from the whole cow class point of view. That means when we write the cow is a domestic animals, it gives the meaning cows are domestic animals. So when we say the cow is a domestic animal, the whole cow class is considered or referred to here. On the contrary, if we write a cow is a domestic animal, that means here we attempt to generalize the things from the a single cow point of view. So here when we write a cow is a domestic animal, a single cow is considered here, and we try to generalize the thing, generalize the statement from a single cow point of view. In this way we can generalize the things from the both cases, that means from both point of views. If we want to generalize the thing from whole class point of view, we use the, and if we want to generalize the things from a single unit point of view, we can write a here. Both answers are right. That means we can write the cow is a domestic animal and a cow is a domestic animal. Both are right. Instead of these two statements, we can also write like this: cows are domestic animals without any article in front of these cows. Then next, rule number 4 is to show the particularity and specificity of a thing or a person, we use the. For that one, we need to follow certain clues. What are the clues? Look at these sentences. Clue 4.1. If we mention a second time a thing or a person, then we use the. And also, before the word other, we use the. Look at these examples. I saw a tiger. Whenever we mention for the first time, we write a. If we mention this tiger again, then we mention the tiger second time. So we have to use the here. So the tiger is very large, should be the right one. I bought a book. This is mentioned for the first time, so we have used a here. And the same book is mentioned for the second time, then we have to use the here. So the book is on English can be the right answer. And the other book or books are mine. Here before the other we have to write the here. And next 4.2 clue, that is before superlatives we write the to show the particularity. So we write the tallest, the shortest, the most beautiful, the oldest, like, and the coldest place. We can write like this before superlatives. And next thing is that before unique things, that means there is only one of its kind in this world, like the earth. The earth is only one thing of its kind, so we have written the here. Like that, the sun, the moon, the sky. And 4.4th rule, if there is only one thing of its kind in a particular area or situation also, we can make use of the here. Keep this in the kitchen. Get the flowers from the garden. The office room is very large. That means there is only one office room is there. And the principal is here. There is only one principal in a college. So we have used the here. And next point 4.5, before nouns introduced by relative clauses and prepositional phrases. When a prepositional phrase or relative clause is there, we can write the before a noun. So the man whom I met yesterday will be the right answer. Whom I met yesterday is a relative clause, and before that a noun is there, and before that noun we have to write the article. And next one, the girl in the red frock. In the red frock is a prepositional phrase, and before that a noun is there, and before that noun we have to write the article. I know the place where he was sitting. Here where he was sitting is a relative clause, and before the noun and we have to write article the. And like that, the man with a knife. With a knife is a prepositional phrase, and before that a noun is there, and before the noun we have to use the. And the doctor who is good is here. Who is good is a relative clause, so we have to keep the before this noun doctor. And the woman from the school. From this school is a prepositional phrase, and so we have to write the before this noun woman. And next rule is 4.6. We can write the before some ordinal numbers and also some other words. Ordinal numbers like first, last, second, third, fourth, next, etc. will take the before these words. And also some words like same, only, and pursue at pursue nouns also take the before these words. Look at the examples. He is the first boy to receive the award. First is there, and before that we have to write the. He sits in the last row. Last is the word before which we have to write the. I bought the same shirt. Before the word same, we have to write the. And he is the only person to win. Here only word is there. Before that we have to write the. And we take the girl's book. The possessive noun is there, and before that we have to write the. And I saw the boy's shirt. Before this possessive noun we have to write the article the. In this way, for particularity or specificity, the can only be used. In this regard, some clues will be helpful for us for identifying the particularity and specificity of the noun. And now the rule number 5. We use no articles with possessive adjectives and demonstrative pronouns. Look at this example. He is my friend. Here, between the possessive adjective my and noun, there should be no article. I like that pen. And between the demonstrative pronoun that and the noun, there should be no article. She took their book. Before the possessive adjective or pronoun there and the noun, there should be no article. This pencil is mine. Before this demonstrative pronoun, that is this and the noun, there should be no article. In this way, between the possessive adjective and a noun, or between demonstrative pronoun and demonstratives and a noun, there should be no article. Here is the textual exercise. Insert the articles wherever necessary. Just you read this passage, and we have to write the articles before the nouns. That means we have to identify the nouns, and before that we have to write appropriate articles. Here these rules guide us for writing the correct use of articles. That means in case of writing correct articles, if you follow these rules, whether these answers are right or wrong, it will be very clear to us. For example, I have a horse of my own. Here, this horse is an unidentified one to the reader or the listener. So we have written A here. This is the rule number 1. Here it is a proper noun, so no article is used here. And she is an intelligent animal. This article, that means the rule number 1 can be followed here. And but she is not a thoroughbred horse. This is also the rule number 1 follows here. That means what is the rule number 1? In case of predicate part, if a blank is there before a noun, we have to use a or an. We need not write the. If you want to write the, it should be the only one in a particular context. But as this is not the case, we cannot write here. Here we can follow only the rule number 1, where in the predicate part we can make use of a or an. Now look at the textual exercise 2. Here also, when this passage is taken, we have to first identify the nouns, and before the nouns before the nouns we have to keep some gaps where we have to write the articles. While writing the correct use of articles, these rules help us to write the correct article. For example, Dash horse knows when he is going to race. This is the rule number 3. Rule number 3 tells us that when there is a blank before a noun in subject part, it should be, we should write the or a or an. So the answer will be 3. So here, if you want to make generalization from the whole class or whole group, then the answer will be the a. If you want to generalize the thing from the a single unit of horse, then we can write a. So both answers are right. This is according to rule number 3. And how does he know his breakfast was scanty? Here, between this possessive adjective and noun, there should be no article. So this is rule number 5. In this way, and next one, he does not have a dash saddle on his back. Here, the rule number 1 follows, because here this is this is in the predicate part, the blank is in the predicate part, and we don't know which saddle it is in precisely. So we have to use a here. This is according to the rule number 1. And here between this rule number 5, what does the rule number 5 tells us? Between the noun and the possessive adjective, there should be no article. This is rule number 5. In this way, we have to identify which rule fits in these blanks. Those rules are given here in this column according to the meaning of the line. For example, you can see he is led dash the grandstand. Here already the grandstand is mentioned, so we have used the here. This is the rule number 4.1. And here, why we have written the grandstand even if it is mentioned for the first time? This is according to the rule number 1, because grandstand means gallery. The gallery is the only one in a specific stadium, so we have used the here. This is the rule number 2. In this way, just read the passage and try to write the answers according the rules mentioned in this column given by the side of the passage. Just you follow the rules given in this column and write the correct answers. Well friends, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel by tapping subscribe button on YouTube, and also like by tapping the like button. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.